Hey, welcome back to another Prairie Sunset Ranch Farm Vlog. I'm Aaron and thank you for tuning in. It is nice out. I am happy. It is so nice that you'd have to be insane not to be smiling today. I stepped out of the house and I took my sweater off, put the dry fit on. I said, Aaron, this is gonna be a good day. With that said, we got the manure hauling guy coming here today. He's bringing his tracked skid steer. He's going to be cleaning out the corral areas for us. He's going to haul some out to the field. He's going to pile some up in the yard here. So that's perfect. Absolutely perfect weather for that. So whatever's hauled into the field will be spread. My dad and I are going to spread it in the field and work it into the ground a little bit. So we're going to haul to some of those higher dry areas that were quite sparse with hay this year. But we also got to feed up the heifers a bale, and we got to feed up these all my pretty girls. These girls that sit at the home quarter, I believe there's 10 or 12 of them. They're my nicest girls. They're my late calvers, but they're nice. So I'm gonna have to take them a bale. They don't need nothing too great today. They're gonna get a rougher bale, but with this weather, it's supposed to stick with us for about a week. We're golden. So we're gonna have the corrals cleaned out. Everything will be cleaned out. We'll let it air out and dry out, get that bacteria dried up, get some of the germs out of there, into the field and into piles. And yeah, then I guess it'll be time once the freeze up hits us, bring all the girls and their calves home. Anyways, that's enough of me talking, enough chit chat. Let's go get to work, Aaron. Woo! Warm weather has hit again. Everything's on the move, looking for pasture. Oh, here's the heifers. I guess it's time to give them a bale. I'm surprised I gave them a big field bale. They must have mowed through that thing. You ladies hungry again? So they actually have like three rougher bales, wild bales in the big feeder. So they always have feed in case they do run out. And then I'm giving them, I guess these girls are eating heavy every day and a half. They're going through a big field bale. I'm talking probably a 1,400 pound bale. I'm surprised because the heifers don't normally eat this heavy, especially in this weather. It's not really crazy out. It's so warm and mild, and you know, it's not wet. So I'm surprised they're eating so heavy, but that's okay. I'm not gonna complain. So I better go get the tractor and get these girls a field bale. You had a rough night, didn't you, buddy? These guys are out all night. Who knows what they're doing? I'd love to put the GoPro on them, but pretty sure I'd never see my GoPro again. So I put a nice bale in the feeder, and then I take a few scoops of that rougher hay and I just put it on top. But they're pretty picky, but I don't want the heifers to eat too rough. You know, they gotta put on some natural weight, and they gotta keep in condition. So you gotta keep them good and healthy. The older cows get away with some rougher hay, especially in this weather. See me, it's not wet and cold. It's been windy, but it's been dry. So it's been a pretty nice fall, actually, considering all. But with that said, with us going into winter this dry, that's not the best. But you know, we have no control over that. I just hope we do get some moisture in the ground for spring growth, right? Because without a little bit of replenishing of moisture, you know, you're not gonna have much for hay or crops. So we'll move this over here to the edge. No reason they don't have to be in the bush at all. So we'll put them over here and we'll drop the bale. So I just cut the twine while it's on the 3-point, so that way you don't miss anything. I back up to a clean spot, so I know a little bit's gonna fall, and then they pick every morsel of this up. So if it's on clean ground that's not manured up, that's what I do. And it works out really well. I dropped the bale, and you don't want any of these twines. Those twines will ruin an animal's digestive system, that's for sure. So I'm pretty religious about removing my twines. Really don't want them consuming them. So this is a big bale. Looks like it's got a little bit of alfalfa, fine grasses, a little bit of timothy. The cows absolutely love these bales. The sheep actually like these fine grasses too quite a bit. I find that the sheep don't go as crazy over alfalfa as the cattle, but also you got to really watch the alfalfa intake, especially introducing it to them. I'll really introduce it to my animals slowly, so you don't get bloats or you know, the runs. You're always going to get a little bit of that with diet change, but kind of slowly, you know, wean them onto different hays, etc. We'll drop this here. So yeah, you get a good idea of what this bale's like. It's pretty darn nice. Oh. Let's go pick up that little leaf there that I dropped. Hello, ladies. Yeah, this is a pretty nice bale. Let's see what's in here. Just fine grasses. Not much alfalfa in this one. This must have been a... I always pick up anything I drop. After the last 3 years, there's been such a shortage of hay that you don't waste a single leaf if you don't have to. Well, I just went to the water. I'm gonna insulate the top. But when I pulled the top off, I noticed there's a small problem. It's not a problem yet, but it probably is gonna be a problem. Is the float, it looks like the seal, where the float shuts off the water. Looks like there's a leak. So problem there is, if it leaks all night, you overflow and you freeze up. So right here, you see there's a slow drip. So I'm gonna replace that. So not a big deal. We got the new float, Richie float in there, but I noticed there's water leaking down. But it looks like it's coming from up top here. So I think maybe it was just under a lot of pressure. So we're gonna turn the tap on again and see what happens here. Oh, we got the guy moving manure. He's taken out about, I don't know, 10 loads? 10 loads already. He's just giving her with that deer skid loader. Seems to be working a little better now. Before it was dripping from under here, but we got none of that now. So looks like we're all good to go. Bonus. Operator. He's been cleaning our corrals and barns for many years, and he's really good. He never digs a hole. He's very particular about I guess he's a landscaper by trade, so makes him pretty good at this kind of stuff. piece of garbage up, and I'm fixing that door. And I gotta set these panels up. We're gonna make a creep area of this side for the calves. And then he's already done this side of the barn. So that's good. Did a good job. We'll let this air out for a while before they come back, and we're golden. Nice cleaned up heifer area. So I might go and I'm gonna let it dry out, and then I'm gonna go in there, rip that door off. I'm gonna build a new door on that big dairy barn, and I gotta get like a low profile skid steer to go in there, because I want to clean out that dairy barn from end to end. And then I'm going to close up the door on the other side of the pole barn, so when it is calving time, keeps that north wind out 100%. So that's kind of next on the agenda here. I'm just going to take a look at where he dumped all the manure. I had all the manure from the heifer side taken out to this field onto the high ridge. There was a big decrease in hay. So we're going to put it on thick. We're going to take the buckets, loaders, we're going to put the buckets on the loaders on the John Deeres and spread them, and then we'll probably just run the disc or hair. I'm not sure really, deep tail through it or something. Just skim the surface just to spread it. But we want to go pretty heavy there because it needs it there basically. It was so sparse. It's just like dust this year. So there are the piles in all their glory. So yeah, as you can see, this ground needs it, so that's good. That'll work out nice. As for the rest of the manure on the cow's side, we're just gonna stack that up. Well, Rick's just doing this side now. And then we're just taking that stuff here to this pile. It kind of acts as a wind block. So the reason I'm not hauling this stuff out this year, we're gonna be using a lot of this. We're gonna be hopefully building a house here in the near future. So I want to keep a bunch of piles, but I have to turn it over every now and then. So I'll try to come with the bucket and kind of get oxygen to it a couple times a year if possible. So like next spring, summer, hopefully I'll get the bucket on, go kind of break up those hills a little bit. And so there's a reason I'm putting them in a pile, so we might be utilizing them. However, if I do get my hands on an old manure spreader, I'll probably spread some of this hill. But yeah, no, that's kind of my plans. Well, I'm just gonna go move the calf shelter so we can get the guy to clean up the manure underneath it. I'm not sure which side I gotta pull it from, but probably the other side. So I want to move that shelter. Nicely cleared out. Now let it dry. Just gotta get this little shed moved so we can scoop all this out. We don't want to leave it in here. There wasn't scour issues, but I don't want scour issues, so looks like I should be able to slide it out the other way, this way. So yeah, we got it on a few logs, so that should work. Well, we're just gonna move this little shelter. I'm lifting it up with the forks. I'm just gonna put it down, and I got that's just so I can pull it the other way, and then hopefully I can just pull it back there somehow. Well, just move this shelter, the straps, and we're just cleaning it out. This is the calves. So this will be the baby calves. So a week, 2 weeks old, coming out into here. So we gotta make sure this is nice and clean. Gonna slide it back, bed it up heavy after it dries up, and we're golden. That's how we do it. This guy's flying today. He's done this. Does such a nice, smooth job, no dips. And now he's doing the calves area. Looks like he only has a little bit of work here left, and it should all be cleaned. This calves area gets real built up. You can see how much it gets built up. Quite a bit. I want to buy a couple 30-foot steel panels and make it at the front of the calving area there, and hopefully put one right there. It's almost 30 feet there, so. But I want the steel panel with the gate hinge on the end, so I can swing it open. It's on a big heavy, they're freestanding. So that's what I budgeted for this year. I'm gonna do a few of those a year, and then by the time this is retired, hopefully just replace this with all steel. Maybe paint it green. Sell it used for double its worth. Call myself John Deere. There we have it. Moved her back. He cleaned it. Put it back. Voila. Let it dry out for a week or so. A couple weeks. Perfect. Put a log under there for if it settles. So if it settles on that log. Easy to pull out again. So I got some good cheap labor again. Mama Bear's here to help her cub out with some windbreak boards. So she's just gonna hold the board nice and steady. I got the show you what I'm using. I'm using these hot drip galvanized pass load strip nails. They're fantastic. They're they have barbs on them. They don't come out. They are really good. I've tried them. I've used them before, so I'm not experimenting. And then this gun is just awesome. It makes it really easy. We got the compressor, the portable tank. So we're gonna start this baby up and we're gonna hammer these in. Well, that's it for another Prairie Sunset Ranch farm video. Make sure you watch next week for an all-new adventure. This is Aaron signing off. Cheers until next time.